Good morning, everybody. 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, November 5th. How did you sleep last night, ladies and gentlemen? How did you sleep last night, 93.5 FM listeners? How did you sleep last night, Facebook viewers, subscribers, and followers? My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. We are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And I went to bed at 10:30. Just couldn't take the drama. Woke up, miraculously at 5 a.m. Checked my phone, realized absolutely nothing happened over that 7 hours that I was sleeping. Went back to bed and woke up this morning ready to do this show, ready to give you guys some information, ready to, provide some commentary and some insight on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. And regardless of what's going on, I'm here to move your dancing feet, baby. Again, I am your case handler. Thank you so much for tuning in. The good news for you is, notwithstanding the Electoral College, you are officially cruising with the case handler. I'm here today with my boy, Squeeze, David Anarchy. He's here quite quiet and reserved. We got to get this man a Red Bull. He doesn't know. I want to know what's going through his mind right now. I know what's going through the maestro's mind right now. He's usually pretty easy to read, but Squeeze,
I think he has enough confidence for all of us. I love that.
Yeah, he does. And he'll explain, what he thinks and why he thinks it. Squeeze, without further ado, even though the Maverick is not with us right now, I shall ask you the question that he certainly would want me to ask you on a day like this. And that's regardless of what's going on, whether you're riding with Biden or you want to keep America great again. Squeeze, are you down with PPID?
Come on. No matter what, you know me.
Okay.
I'm down with PPID.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. Well, listen, first things first, I'm very impressed with the fact that so many people are watching us on Facebook. We did a previous show earlier on it. And we've got to say thanks to all the people, staying on and following up with us right here. This is Cruising with a Case Handler, as my attorney, Adam Handler, noted. He runs the personal injury department at PPID. I want to say to everybody, let me spend 60 seconds here to rev up the audience. I want everybody right now, we're about to listen to Conrad Pollack speak. He has enough confidence for all of us. We're about to listen to Adam Handler speak. He's going to be speaking on personal injury. But I want everyone to share. If you have friends on Facebook and you're watching this, okay, if you're not watching it, jump on Facebook, just put in the case handler or PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, or David Squeeze Anarchy. And please share to at least 20 of your friends. If you're members of groups, other groups that you think would have an interest in this show on personal injury and immigration, please share in those groups. I'm also asking my marketing team, once again, I know I'm redundant with it, please share in multiple groups. Please share on pages. Just share this show right now, just to ensure that everybody's watching it and taking away from it a lot of information, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very powerful show. We speak on immigration. We speak on personal injury. We speak on current affairs. We speak on things that you may need to actually know about so you know where you're going in life here in the United States. I am David Squeeze Anarchy of 93.5 WVIP FM Link Up Radio, and they are attorneys from the law firm Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. As you share the page, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right to it right now, and let's talk about what is obvious. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk with Conrad Pollack, the managing partner of the law firm PPID. Conrad, welcome to the show again. It's another day. I'll just let you take it.
Good morning. Well, I didn't sleep that well last night. Unlike you guys, I was up till probably 2 a.m.
Oh man.
Drinking heavier and heavier. No, seriously, I was up late and I got up early. And you're right, Adam. This morning when I woke up, I was surprised. I expected that it'd be more changes than from the time I went to bed, but there weren't that many. Although when I went to bed, Michigan looked like it was a done deal for Trump, and that changed this morning, and it's changing as we speak. It looks like Wisconsin also. I mean, when I went to bed, Trump was ahead in Wisconsin, and he's not anymore, and it doesn't look like he's going to win Wisconsin. In fact, it looks like Biden is going to take Michigan and Wisconsin. Arizona, some of the networks already called Arizona, some haven't. Nevada is close, but it looks like Biden's going to get Nevada also. Instead of focusing on the negative, like so many people are doing, you know, Florida, South Florida, how could Biden lose the Cubans and so on? Think about this. I mean, we might win, the Democrats might win Georgia, and if they don't, it's very close. And this is after 2018 when Stacey Abrams almost won the governorship, probably was stolen from her. North Carolina is super competitive. They haven't even called it yet. Texas, man, even Texas, it was competitive.
Look at Arizona.
So, Arizona, well, I think Trump shot himself in the foot there, you know, with just dissing on McCain constantly. That plus the Hispanic, the Latino population in Arizona, out west, Arizona, California, Nevada is a very different Latino population than what's in South Florida. South Florida are mostly refugees from Cuba or transplants from Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and that whole socialism argument, you know, Biden's a socialist, that whole argument resonated down there. That's obvious. And the Democrats really didn't do anything to refute it. The Republican ground game was really strong in South Florida. And that's why they took, that was the difference. I mean, Biden underperformed Hillary in Dade County, which that was the difference. But the Latino population in Arizona, Southwest, Arizona, Mexico, I'm sorry, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, those are mostly Mexicans. And it's a very different dynamic than the Latino population in Florida. And that's why Biden has done well there. That's one of the reasons. So I think I think Biden's going to win. And the latest odds that I saw coming from Vegas, 65 to 35, Biden wins. And most of what I'm reading is, and what I'm hearing, most of the vote that hasn't been counted are mostly mail-ins, and most of those mail-in ballots are coming from urban areas in Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin, and those are trending heavily towards Biden. So, and you're already seeing it in Wisconsin, Michigan. You're already seeing it. It might happen in Georgia too. If Biden wins Georgia, it's over.
Yeah, you know what I want to say. I mean, before I even say what I am, and maybe I shouldn't be, but before I even say it, I just want to remind people, please, if you are out there listening to 93.5 FM, this is your opportunity to subscribe to Facebook, specifically the Case Handler page. Just type in Case Handler, subscribe to PPID, and subscribe to David Squeezaniki. This way, whenever we go live at any time, you will know about it. Also, you have a wealth of information on law. You've got the case handler who handles all accident cases for you, and especially more accident cases than anyone on this station. He's been around for 15 solid years doing that for the Caribbean community and more. And of course, you've got, you know, Conrad Pollack, the managing partner at the firm that's been around for 60 years doing immigration, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you reach out to them. Just share. If you're watching us, share on pages that you're a part of, share in groups, also share on at least 20 individuals' timelines, if not all of your friends' timeline. Invite them to watch what it is that's going on. Now, back to what I was saying before I asked Adam to touch on a true success story. We're not bypassing that, not because, you know.
It's all good. Listen, we got to get the message out to the people. And Squeeze, let me just interrupt you real quick, because Conrad may know this more than we do. Are there any metrics on the immigrant vote? You know, those who have legalized their status here in the United States and have been able to vote. Do we have any metrics on how immigration, you know, people that have successfully got through the process, how they cast their ballots this
that depends on who you ask. I mean, when Trump loses, if you ask him, he's going to say, well, all these illegals voted and that's why I lost. You know, he's going to claim that.
Right.
But you have to be a U.S. citizen to vote. There are no metrics on that yet.
Right.
The naturalized citizen vote, I am sure in South Florida, it made a major difference.
Yeah.
All those Cubans,
it just shows you the power.
Cubans have always had a special immigration situation in this country, and they are all citizens, and they all vote, and they all vote Republican for the most part.
Right.
And that you know, that really made a difference in terms of Florida. But you know, Florida, the Democrats were happy if they won Florida. They weren't expecting it though. It wasn't expected. The Democrats don't win Florida. Florida is trending more and more red every election. We don't win Florida. You know.
You know what? I'm still shocked at how many votes the president got.
Yeah, or how many votes in general. I mean, people really came out and voted. Either way, that is a wonderful, wonderful sign. That's the best news of this election, that people out there actually went out and made their voices heard.
Yeah, they're saying that when Biden wins, he will have received more votes than any presidential nominee in history. And so far, of course, the popular vote, Biden's like 3 million ahead, as expected. Over 50% he has over 50% of the vote, popular vote, already.
Well, quickly, Conrad, for those people who don't understand, some people will say, well, how can he be winning the popular vote, but then may lose the election? And this also happened the last time with Hillary. So why don't you explain that to the people out there who need to understand more about that?
It's a good question. I don't really understand it either.
Yeah, we need Alan Kay or somebody for that. We need a general.
It has to do with the Electoral College. The way the Constitution is written, the founders didn't trust the American populace to have a direct popular vote of the president, for the president. Same thing for the Senate. They didn't have it for the Senate either, but there was a constitutional amendment way back, which changed that, so that senators are elected popularly now. But the Electoral College, the way it works is it's basically it was installed as a mechanism to protect the less populous states, that they wouldn't be subjected to what they call the tyranny of the majority. And in effect, they gave those less populous states more of a voice, so that they would be a vocal minority. As it's turned out, especially in the last 30 years or whatever, it's become, I believe, the minority, those less populous rural states have been given too much power. So that I believe now that the United States, unfortunately, is always in danger of minority rule. And look, we could get into this and talk about this for hours, but the fact is, if Trump wins and he doesn't win the popular vote, this will be what, the third time in 20 years or fourth time in 20 years that we're choosing a president who didn't win the popular vote. It's not the way it was meant to be. If it happens once every 50, once every 100 years, all right, it's an anomaly. But Trump wins and he loses the popular vote by 3-4 million votes. That's not the way the founders intended the president to be selected in the United States. So hopefully that's not the way it's going to be, and Biden is going to win, and that'll be a topic put off for another time. But it is interesting the way we choose the president, and we're the only democracy that does it this way. There's a lot of pressure from a lot of different places to change it and to get rid of the Electoral College for that reason.
Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration. It's where you ask your immigration questions. It's where you talk to, of course, Adam Handler about your accident case. So if you do get hurt in an accident, you will need to reach out to him. Let me give it a number for the firm. All right. Life goes on no matter what the results are today where this election is concerned. Life goes on. You will need these attorneys in the capacity of immigration. You will need this attorney, Adam Handler, the case handler, in the capacity of personal injury. Here's the number. The consultation with the attorneys happens to be free, that phone consultation. Just schedule the appointment by calling 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Regardless of what happens, we're here. We got our fingers crossed. We're very optimistic, but thank God we've got PPID. Let's flip it from Conrad, of course, giving us his narrative as to what's going on. All right. And switch it over to Mr. Adam Handler, the top man on the station. Okay. He doesn't necessarily need top of the hour. Okay. To let the people know that he's the man of the hour, the man of the moment, the man of the minute, the man of the people, the man who gets you the maximum compensation just in case you get hit by a truck, a car, or a bus, or they hit you, whatever. If you get hurt, ladies and gentlemen, medical malpractice, slip and fall, you name it, you need one man, because you've got one chance one choice, and he is your case handler, Adam Handler. Wagwan.
Thank you so much for that introduction. You sound like that little jingle we have, the case handler jingle. You went through all the different cases, and you are absolutely right. I am here for you folks out there. I've always been out there for you folks. I've been doing this 17 years, almost 15 years exclusively for the Caribbean community. And that's something I am extremely proud of. I remember early on in my career, attorneys that I would speak to, you know, attorneys that have been around for a while, it would always say, you know, don't pigeonhole yourself. You're already exclusively an injury attorney. You know, why even narrow your practice down more to one specific community? And I never took their advice, because the community has embraced me for nearly 2 decades. I certainly have embraced the community back, and it's been, shall we say, an extremely happy marriage. I just celebrated my 16th wedding anniversary with my wife, and I've been essentially married to this community for just as much time. And I'm proud to say that both marriages have been successful, fruitful, and enjoyable. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, Squeeze is correct. I am the most celebrated attorney on this station with respect to personal injury. I am reliable. I am trustworthy. My family has been doing this for nearly 100 years in New York City. 1932, my grandfather's been practicing law. That is a long time, and it's not by accident. It's by hard work, doing the right thing, and of course, striving for that successful result. So I would like to talk about a case very, very quickly that we settled a couple years ago. We actually featured a very big case yesterday, a case that settled for over 622,000. Actually, it was 622,500 that my associate Matthew Goodstein had settled a few months ago during the pandemic. But there was also a case that he had settled a year or two ago that I think was really important as well. And one of the reasons why it was so important is because this individual had a prior lawyer. A lawyer had come up to him at the scene of the accident. Well, shall I say, a representative of the law firm came up to him at the scene of the accident, took his case, and did absolutely nothing with it. And eventually he came to us through a referral from a prior client. And prior clients, you know, are the most wonderful type of referral, because they know who we are, what we do, and how we do it. So this was a wonderful case regarding, his name is Junior. And look at that settlement right there, 122,500. I don't know what it is with Goodstein lately. All the settlements end with $500 at the end, but you know, that's a good thing, because they could be ending with a zero. It shows he goes for that extra 500. So I'm always proud of him, but I'm always proud to see these big numbers. And Squeeze, if you would do me that honor of reading that quote.
I love reading these quotes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good morning to all the folks on Facebook, Linda, Denisa, all of them. For Junior F here, it says here, the case handler team took the time to listen to me. They won't tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you what you need to hear. I hired another law firm after my accident, and they made me come to their office all the time, and I never got answers to my questions. I wasn't happy, so I decided to look for a better lawyer. Thankfully, my friend suggested I call the case handler, Adam Handler. The law firm, Pollack, Isaac, and Lisico, is excellent. Matt Goodstein and Adam Handler were straightforward with me from the very beginning, and they stayed on top of it till the very end of my case. This is Junior F from Brooklyn, $122,500 as a settlement. So why would you want to go to another attorney? Why would you want to find another accident attorney? Why would you want to do that when Adam Handler is even helping people who went elsewhere? And he said, let me take your case anyway. That's what he's all about. That's the reason why 15 years on this station cannot be wrong. That's the reason why he continuously will treat you like family and fight tooth and nail, regardless of who is in the White House. He will fight for you as an immigrant. Definitely 100% to get the maximum amount of money. And that money is tax-free. And that's the reason why we say Adam Handler, he's your case handler. Man, look at all that money scrolling up on the screen here on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you call 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Looking for that accident attorney? Make it Adam Handler. He runs the personal injury department at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. The number, 844-774-3529. I will say it slowly so you can dial the number, let it ring 15, 20 seconds, store the number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. He's the
the Maverick just joined in. He's been counting ballots for the past 30 minutes. But Maverick, you missed the famous question. But just in honor of you, I'll ask it again. Squeeze, Squeeze. I got a question for you. You know, we are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, otherwise known as PPID, and we need to know. Maverick needs to know. Maestro needs to know, and the case handler needs to know. Are you down with PPID?
You know me, I'm down with PPID. All right, regardless of whatever is happening right now, I will always be down with PPID. Ladies and gentlemen, what Adam is referring to is another of the top attorneys, immigration attorney Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, has just joined us right here on, of course, Facebook, where you are now sharing with so many people, and we do appreciate you today, sharing, as we do each and every single day. Listen, my people that's watching this, how many people you know out there that's out of status and need help where immigration is concerned? Where will you get that information every single day? Right here on Facebook, on the pages, the PPID page, the case handler page, the David Squeeze Advocate page, the BioLife page, the USA page, okay, all these pages, and also on 93.5 FM. So that's the reason why you only need one number, 844-774-3529. Let's flip it to immigration, or let's flip it back to what we're talking about, because the president that ends up in the White House, okay, will impact immigration. This is the part where, Adam Handler, you say this word, F-A-C-T-S. You gotta say it again, man. Facts. There you go. That's how you say it. Facts. Whatever president ends up in the White House, listen, will impact immigration. And that's, help me out here, Adam. Facts. Thank you. All right, let's hear what Nelson has to say. Nelson, how you doing, man, before we kick it back to Connor?
Listen, I apologize. I obviously arrived late to the party. I was in a meeting, but I also went to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, obviously no answers. So, by the way, just a funny thing. I don't know if anyone saw that our great, brilliant, stable genius president had tweeted that the polls, P-O-L-E-S, were wrong. And you saw that, right? And then he fixed it this morning. He misspelled polls. You know, I think that speaks volumes, but that's just me. But obviously, this election is tight. I had given up hope last night, and obviously, speaking with you, Adam, and Conrad is obviously extremely optimistic, and his optimism rubbed off on me. So I'm feeling a little better this morning.
Same here, because when I joined the show, my hands were like this. They were clasped together.
You know? Well, let's give a short update, because I am looking right now at the updates. Right now in Arizona, with 86% of the vote in, Biden is up 51%, 51 to 47.6.
Arizona's a done deal.
Yeah. Michigan with 90% in, Biden is up 49.3% to 49.1%. Literally a 10,000 vote difference. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think that getting your ass out of bed and voting is important, look at Michigan. Wisconsin.
Right, but Adam, and I know what you're going to say about Wisconsin. Last I heard, he was up by 20,000 in Wisconsin, right?
He is up 20,000 in Wisconsin with 97% of the vote in.
Well, I gotta tell you, actually, Fox News has Biden ahead in Michigan by over 15,000 votes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you look back last night, he was getting killed in Michigan. The trend in Michigan, in Wisconsin, and probably in Pennsylvania as well, as I said earlier, You know, these are all the votes that have not been counted are all the mail-in votes. And the mail-in votes with the early voting, they heavily favor the Democrats, number one, and number two, they're coming in from the urban areas, which also favors the Democrats. That's why Wisconsin and Michigan and probably Pennsylvania are all going in the same direction. They're all going towards Biden. In the end, if Biden gets Arizona, Nevada, and he gets Georgia, which is still a possibility, all he needs is one of the last three: Michigan, Wisconsin, or Pennsylvania to win. And he's going to probably get Michigan and Wisconsin.
And all of you folks that are worried about your 401k and your bank accounts exploding if the election doesn't go to Trump, the market is up right now, and the market's been up for days with anticipation that Biden could pull this off. So have faith in everything, friends.
I tell you what, man, I have a lot of faith, a whole lot of faith, just like I did in the last election. A lot of faith. All right. But right now, I must say, Conrad, you have really, built some confidence in all of us, not just us here, but a lot of people out there. People are texting me right now saying, the voice has got the confidence. The voice has got this.
Well, look, I've become, in my old age, I've become a political junkie. So, and I follow this stuff, and I read a lot, and I watch all the different networks, and I hear all the different viewpoints, and that's all I was doing all night last night, and since I woke up this morning. So, I'm not just spouting the MSNBC line here. I'm watching Fox. Fox was the first to call Arizona a long time ago.
That is correct.
And Trump freaked out.
Yeah.
I mean, he freaked out about it and called them complaining, what are you doing calling Arizona? So, and as a result, and they took it back, I think, and then other networks are hesitant to call Arizona. But Arizona, he's up by 5 points. Arizona's done deal.
And right now, Pennsylvania, they have Trump ahead by about 400,000 votes right now.
But a couple hours ago, it was 600,000.
Right, yeah. But also, and I was talking with Brian. I was
watching the top of the hour, guys. By the way,
I was talking with Brian this morning. Actually, Brian was funny. I got in about 6:30. Brian asked me what I was doing here so early. He asked if Conrad was going to come to the office. I said I was unsure. But the reality of it is, a lot of those votes. You see, different states count votes differently.
Right.
The votes Pennsylvania first counted were the people that actually went to the polls.
That's right.
Right. The votes they're counting now that our great president is trying to suppress are the mail-in ballots, which are primarily Democratic.
That's right.
So,
that's
right. While it may look like a big lead, only I think 25% of the mail-in ballots have been counted. And Philadelphia is a Democratic city, and those votes still haven't been counted. So while it may look like it's a lot, it's not over.
Hey, Nelson, I don't even think Biden's going to need Pennsylvania. I think he's going to win without Pennsylvania.
I know, but it would listen, you know what? I mean, why win by 2 points when you could win by 20 points?
Guys, let's just be mindful of the top of the hour so Squeeze can give out a number, and then everybody can listen to the other law firms advertising.
All right, guys, our number is 844-774-3529. You will only need one law firm, and that's Pollack, Isaac, and Nisico, PPID. If it's not PPID, you're not down, all right? So make the link, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Switch over, listen to us on Facebook, watch us on Facebook, PPID, David Squeezaniki, the Case Handler. But more importantly, remember this number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. 844-774-3529. Prior results for that guarantee similar outcome.
What I was going to say, continuing the conversation about the election, one thing that I learned watching all of this stuff going on for the last 14 hours or whatever, the southern states, the western states, they are used to the mail-in votes and they count them immediately for the most part. The Rust Belt states, the upper Midwest, they don't do that. For instance, Pennsylvania, they just started counting this morning. All of these mail-in votes, they didn't even touch them until yesterday. I'm sorry. So all these other states have been counting them already. That's why they got their numbers in much quicker. Now, the Democrats were trying to get these other states to start counting early, but all of these Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, they all have Democratic governors, but they have Republican legislatures, and each of those legislatures refused to change the law to allow them to start counting early, because they said that could bias the electorate. If they start counting, the word would leak, a week before the election that, somebody's winning, and that could change the outcome. So they didn't want to start counting until yesterday. And that's why we don't have numbers from any of these places yet, which is interesting. I think that's going to probably change over time, but that's one of the reasons we don't have numbers from Michigan or from Wisconsin, or especially from Pennsylvania.
Well,
So
did you
the
guys
key to
hear?
look at is Georgia. Georgia's the key here. Georgia, the last I saw, Biden was down by about 100,000 votes, but there were like 150,000 outstanding, all from Atlanta, the Atlanta area, which is going to go heavily Democrat. If Biden wins Georgia, it's over.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
Well, it's
That was-
100,000 right now. With
What's
94%.
amazing is that Georgia is even in play.
That's right.
That's pretty amazing.
Well, that's why I
You know?
said you weren't on the show. The fact that Georgia and North Carolina and even Texas, to a lesser extent, that the fact that the Democrats were even thinking they were going to get these states, I mean, that's unbelievable. That's a major shift. And Arizona's blue. That's
Yeah.
the-
He was
I mean,
lit. He was livid.
Arizona actually voted Democrat president, and they've got 2 Democratic senators in Arizona. I mean,
Speaking of the numbers, the math, and the statistics, I just want to go through this because I wasn't sure, Maverick. You said you went to bed at 3 a.m., but you were in the office at 6:30?
Correct.
How much
You slept
sleep
in
have
the
you
office.
had?
I haven't.
How much
I
sleep have
haven't-
you had, man?
I have not slept. In fact, it's funny because when I saw Brian, I was half asleep. I took about 10 steps. I turned around. I said, "Hey, Brian, you think this is going to make it to the Supreme Court?" That's all I was thinking about this morning, So,
Get some
you
sleep,
know,
man.
I think it's interesting. I'll sleep tonight. I couldn't sleep last night just because, again, I think we're just not in a good place as a country, and I had lost some hope, and I now feel a lot better than I did yesterday. So
well, something else to consider. Another little nugget that I've picked up over the last 14 hours. Trump's going to the Supreme Court. The lawyers are all going to Pennsylvania to fight. Look back to 2020 when the Supreme Court handed the election to Gore. I'm sorry, to Bush. I'm wishful thinking there. Freudian slip. What happened there was that the Supreme Court halted the recount. They did not halt the original count, the initial count. They halted the recount. All right. We're not there yet. There's no way that any court is going to halt the initial count. That's number one. Number two, even if Trump does somehow get the case up to the Supreme Court, they're not going to say, well, we're stopping the count. They may stop a recount, right? But believe me, if Trump is going to the Supreme Court contesting, that's because he lost or is losing, not because he's winning. So he's going to be claiming stop the count, not the recount.
Well, did you?
Plus, one more point. The Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court shoots him down, he's not going to be able to say, oh, they cheated, I was robbed. This is his Supreme Court. He's put 3 justices on that court. All right, it is a Republican conservative court. So if he goes to the Supreme Court and he gets shot down there, he's done. He's got no argument.
But like Nazar said, do you think it's going to get there?
I don't think it's going to get there. No, because I think it's going to show basically from where we are right now, the way things are trending. The initial count. Once Michigan comes in, once Wisconsin comes in, once Arizona and Nevada, possibly even Georgia, it's over. He's not going to need Pennsylvania.
There you go.
Georgia's the key. If Biden gets Georgia, it's all over.
I had texted you guys. Did you guys hear his speech last night?
Oh yeah.
Which one, Biden or Trump?
Trump. Trump was saying, I knew this was going to happen. I told all of you guys about voter fraud. I'm not surprised. I won. They're trying to steal the election. I think that just undermines our whole democratic system.
Of course it does.
And, obviously it riles up his base, right? Which that's all he cares about. But at the end of the day, I thought it was interesting that Biden came out first and said, look, we feel confident. Let's be patient and let the process play out.
That was a good move. I thought that was a good move by Biden. And
I thought so.
but Trump's been saying all along he's going to be
Absolutely.
doing this stuff. And
You know
so
what's
it's no
funny?
surprise.
What's funny is I told my wife after Biden made the announcement, literally within 10 seconds, I told my wife, Trump has to make an announcement. She was like, "Are you crazy? What do you mean he has to?" I was like, "He's not going to allow himself to be won out.
Right.
He has to come out after and he has to respond. That's just who he is."
Well, he came out saying declared victory, even though millions of votes haven't been counted. You know, if it was another country, if this happened in another country, you know, and the United States was looking at, you know, Venezuela or Bolivia or something where this happened, we'd be saying, you know, this guy is a despot. This guy's trying to steal the election. But this is the United States. This stuff's not supposed to happen here. You know, it's not supposed to happen here.
What I did find disappointing was obviously we didn't flip the Senate.
Not yet. Still possible, but not likely.
We picked up 2 seats but lost 1.
It's not over yet, but it's like you're right. You're likely correct. And as far as immigration goes, that's going to put a substantial damper on Biden's ability to change the immigration laws. What is going to if we don't get the Senate, what's going to happen is Biden is going to basically rule by executive order, just like Trump has. Everything that Trump has done with immigration has been by executive order. Everything. He's passed no law. And look, by executive order, he's been able to cut legal immigration in half. So, you know, that's the way it's going to be. Just like Obama did. Obama created DACA, the DACA program, by executive order. And that's how it got shot down.
You know what was surprising?
So all the stuff that Trump has done by executive order is going to be the same deal, and Biden's going to have to do the same thing.
You know what was surprising? It wasn't even competitive in Florida. I mean, Hillary got more votes than Biden did in Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the Cubans, they really went.
Yeah.
You know, without
The socialism argument really worked down there.
Of course. The Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid.
Biden the communist.
Mm-hmm.
Biden the communist.
Squeeze, any immigration questions?
Unfortunately, today I don't know why there is none. You know,
Well, I think a lot of people are just standing by.
yeah, a lot of people are. You know, it's.
Well, listen, even though we don't have a lot of questions posted, the numbers have been very strong today. We had some great turnouts as far as people looking at the page today, viewing the page. Guys, ladies and gentlemen out there, we know, trust me, especially today, there's other things you could be watching or listening to. And the fact that you're here with us right now means the absolute world to us. And that's why we strive to do this show every day, consistently be a pillar of this community, provide to you important, pertinent, and honest answers to questions that involve a case or your family or the country at whole. You know, we are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. I'm your boy, the case handler. Squeeze Anarchy, David Squeeze Anarchy has been doing this for decades, putting out quality content to the community, and we are certainly embracing you guys back by giving you free advice over the phone. That's right. Give us a call. The phone call is free. The advice is free. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain, but you got to have our number saved. 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. And there's an expression, 3 times a charm. Squeeze, you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. And before we go, and I think we got away from it, Adam, and we need to get back to it more because
how much money I get, people?
The Facebook people. We shout them out, like the Tia Marie Campbell, the Christine Bennett, the Denise Joseph, the Linda. You know,
they are like family. Those are. You want me to say facts? Facts. They are family. The sharing, the commenting. Thank you guys so much. I mean, you don't have to do it, but you do it, and hopefully, we're making your day better. You're certainly making our day better.
Absolutely. Natalie Neal says there's only one law firm, PPID. I like that. All right. So thank you all so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lorna McGibbon. Thank you so much also, everybody out there. We'll catch up with you soon. I am David Squeeze Anarchy, the attorneys, Nelson Madrid, of course, Conrad Pollack, Adam Handler. We look forward to doing another show tomorrow morning at 9:30 on the AM. It's been real. but do remember the phone number for this one full service law firm, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And remember, please, we beg of you, share what it is that you're watching right here on Facebook. Thank you all so much.
Keep the faith, people. Keep the faith.
Keeping the faith. I'm going to get my nervousness out, you know.
Biden's going to win. Keep the faith. Biden's going to win. Hopefully, we're coming tomorrow morning and we're celebrating.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Conrad, for leading the show today. It was needed. All right. We do appreciate you.